Liverpool v. everybody. It's a beautiful day here in the nation's capital, Monday morning. And bro, Arsenal fans are chatting a lot. A couple of the players are chatting a lot. And listen, it's nothing wrong with being optimistic or confident in yourself as a fan, confident in your club, as players, confident in your club. I definitely wouldn't expect, although some fans have come out and say, for Arsenal fans have come out and say, yeah, we're probably going to struggle against Liverpool. I feel like we're getting, this is Arsenal fans on AFTV. I feel like we're getting there, but Liverpool is miles away. So those fans, you kind of can big them up for just being really honest about it and just saying, look, Liverpool are a cut above, which is true. So, you know, again, it's nothing wrong with being confident, but some of these people are going over the top. And I'm telling you, man, come Saturday, we get the result I think we'll get. I'm gonna have to make a compilation of those and add it to a video. Maybe just make a video of that, just so we can all sit and say, wow, you gotta keep your mouth shut. But just want to come and talk about Oxlade-Chamberlain specifically and what I feel like he can really bring to this team. Apologize for all the noise. I'm at a bus tunnel, a bunch of buses coming through. So hopefully it doesn't pick up too much of the outside noise. Hopefully the mic will work, cut some of that out. But actually I'm just gonna move to a different location. Bear with me. But yeah, I think I watched that game back, Southampton and Liverpool, and in those first opening moments, and you can see Ox is still kind of trying to dust off a little bit of rust, if you will, and kind of get back to you know where he was. And let's remember, when he first came to our team, there were a lot of you who were like, "Why are we getting Ox? You know, our midfield is decent enough. What is he really going to offer?" He didn't do that well at Arsenal, and he had some growing pains early, as most players would have. Not many people just come in right away, hit the ground running. You know, so there was that. But I was always pleased to get Ox because I thought that he could help us, and I thought that at Arsenal he was never really put in a position that he saw that he can get the best, or that club can get the best out of his abilities. And I think that was one of the things that him and Klopp talked about. Like, you come to Liverpool, we're going to play you centrally. Now, he's a player that can play wing back if we need him, I think, which is an option that I don't think we've ever really considered because I think Klopp really sees him in the midfield. We have more or less cover as wing backs or full backs. And you can see as he played in the up top on the left against Chelsea. Now, we also know that although he can play those roles, his best role is centrally, coming from that right or left even, driving the ball deep. So as disappointed as I am about Naby Keita's situation, Ox can really be that X factor, man. We saw what he did against City in those two matches, or maybe more than two matches, but anytime he played against City, he was one of our better players. You know, grabbing the ball, driving it up, and again, in that Southampton game, you saw different flashes of him doing that. So I hope that's something that we continue to see. I'm not going to get really deep into the lineup that I think is going to happen for Arsenal. I'll say that later, but I just want to come and just talk about Ox again because I feel like that could be, I mean, it's silly sometimes when we sit back and think of Klopp saying things like him and Lallana are new signings, but, you know, Ox particularly, Lallana, I'm not sure about. He could play a role, a huge part in this season this year. I got to see that to believe it, but Ox for sure can play a major role in this team, and I look forward to seeing that. You know, Arsenal are really, they have some. If you're a fan of Arsenal, you're excited about what you see. At the same time, they have struggled with likes of Newcastle and Burnley. So all due respect to both of those teams, but for all that attacking verve they have, and again, they're still trying to get accustomed, and you know, Pepe probably hasn't really got up and running just yet. I don't think he started a game yet, so I think Liverpool is really the test for them to see where they are. If they can get a draw, a decent result, then you know they might start feeling good about themselves. For me, I think defensively, even though they've added David Luiz, which to me, a lot of people disrespect David Luiz, and I get where people are coming from as far as he's not a defender. Maybe he'd be better at a DM because of his ball control, and he's excellent on the ball. He's Brazilian, so that's not really surprising. But I think that's an upgrade for them. And again, not necessarily so much for defensive work, although he can put in a good shift. We've seen him in Chelsea playing really amazing games against us, you know, scoring goals, playing good defensively. So I think he's a physical presence. He's really good in the air. He's smart. That's the thing. He's got a lot of football experience, whether it be internationally. He's played at PSG, played at Chelsea. He's playing at Arsenal now. So that's a good pickup for them, I think. And I think with him and Socrates, it's definitely an upgrade than what they had last season, and that's all they can really ask for. Maitland-Niles is a great young player. More so going forward, defensively, he can be got at, especially with Mane. I think he's on that right side. So it's going to be a really, really good performance, I think. I'm not so sold on it being a blowout, like my buddy Gary says, but I'll take it. I think it'll be a tight game, and I do think we'll win. And again, like I said, I'll get into the lineups and all that, but just wanted to focus on Ox and Arsenal a bit. You know, there's a lot of talk about Dani Ceballos, and yes, Ceballos. Yes, he did look really, really good against Newcastle, or Burnley, I'm sorry, recently. I think Newcastle was their first game. But it's one game, you know, and I don't want to get too carried away with thinking that he can be some amazing, that kind of Coutinho-esque or unlocker for them. We'll see, but I think we'll have something very much so ready for him. I think Fabinho will have a really, really good game. Got some rest, a little bit of rest. Came on the second half, of course, against Southampton. But I'm just excited about the team, and it's going to be a long season. We're going to have some ups and downs, but I feel very, very fortunate, or I feel very, very optimistic about what Liverpool can do this season. Not about to go to the whole it's our year and all that, although I don't necessarily think it's not our year, but for me it's about getting as many points as we can and seeing where things go. We know what City can do on that side. We know how good of a team they are. There's talks about them being a stronger team, and I'm going to say this, don't call me crazy, but we think about what Shaq and Origi were able to do for us off the bench, being kind of X-factors along that season, more so Origi towards the tail end of the season, and we think about what City has done from guys coming off their bench. I wonder, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I wonder, I need to look at this to see who produced more from coming off the bench. And look, if City had produced more, I'm willing to bet it's not by a large margin. So when you look at their team, you look at the players, their names, and on paper, yes, they look like they have a stronger squad. But do they really? I think both 11s rival each other pretty well, and you can see that every game. You know, besides that one game where they blew us out after the sending off of Mane, other than that, the games have been tight. And for Man City be looked at as this amazing team, we've always given them a good game, win, lose, or draw. So I just think we're in a good place. I know there's a lot of people who are concerned about us not getting signings and how that's going to hurt us because we have a long season, a lot of games. Let's just stay firm, stay optimistic, stay positive. Let's see where the season goes. You know what I mean? But I just think, literally, we focus on each game individually, not look forward, not look behind. If we have bad performances and get wins, take it for what it is. Also, especially the team, and Klopp will know where we need to improve. But, you know, right now, we just need to be pretty thrilled about what this team is doing. You know, already picked up a trophy. That's great. That can only be good for this team. So I'm just excited and can't wait to see Liverpool play again. But yeah, thanks for you guys' time, and hope you guys are enjoying the Skype that I have with Gary, Mame, and Jams every week. We'll do that again probably Friday if we can get that in. But and again, sorry for all the noise around me. Hopefully it doesn't pick it all up. But yeah, one love to everybody. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys Friday.